lifestyle health advocate Sharon here, and this is what frustration looks like during keto. Now, you may be wondering why I'm showing you this and why it relates to your health and weight loss goals when following a keto diet. But first, give me a few minutes to share a story with you to find out. And make sure to watch the video until the very end to discover a revolutionary yet exclusive surprise I have for you. Just a few years ago, I was literally at the tail end of what you might call a long and winding road. After years of trying all the diet fads out there, I nearly gave up and started to talk myself into settling to the fact that I just might have to accept my weight and health conditions. Boy, was I in a dark place. I can still remember. It was midday in spring 2016. I'd gone to visit my doctor, and I remember the feeling I had when he told me that my weight and looming health conditions were rising fast and that I needed to do something about it. But I was scared, lost, and I was exhausted.
Please click on the link below the video to watch the full content, if you are interested.
Too exhausted to fight anymore. From all the lies these fitness and diet gurus kept telling me to do, I literally gave up. And at that point in my life, I accepted all my health conditions and everything the doctor told me I had. Like slower metabolism due to age. I was burning less calories at rest, and I started to eat with little to no measure, which then led to overeating. Unhappiness, moments of unhappiness and anxiety started to occur often. Frequent insulin spikes from the frequent eating that occurred, all from my unhappiness that was taking over my life, which led to more weight gain. Then, something shocking occurred. I went to grab some brunch and mimosas with a longtime friend I hadn't seen in a while, Nicole. Nicole and I sat down and chit-chatted about how life had been treating us. You know, the typical girlfriend conversation stuff, like work, stress issues with family, and I even got right down personal and talked about my esteem issues and my low sex drive. However, I couldn't help but notice Nicole's energy and amazing body transformation. I gotta say, she really turned things around for herself. I was curious, so I asked. She began sharing her journey doing the keto diet and shared examples of how she lived and what she ate. I even noticed her mouth-watering plate that had eggs, cheese, some avocado, bacon, and even bread. Which did bring up some concerns because from what I knew about keto, it's supposed to be a low to no carb diet, right? Anyway, as I sat there listening, trying to impress her with my bland old salad, everything she talked about I loved. And because of her results, I gotta be honest, I started doing my own research right when I got home. And the very next day, I started my own keto journey. And spoiler alert, I started seeing and feeling amazing results. I quickly fell in love with how fast these results were happening. My waist size dramatically decreased, my stress hormones started to go down, and on top of the many benefits the keto diet provides, I was happier and never felt more healthier. I began telling all my friends the news. But then, what happened next wasn't what I was expecting. Remember when I showed you what frustration looked like during keto? Well, that was me. Within a matter of days, just when my body started to get into major ketosis, my mind started to wander. It started to fog. I started getting headaches, cramps, and much worse. I started to crave my favorite waffles for breakfast I usually had before I started the keto diet. I was scared that this was going to be the beginning of the end of another diet fad. Plus, since I had to keep my carb intake as low as possible, every single time my friends invited me for nights out, I had to find an excuse to say I couldn't go because I wanted my diet to be perfect. What a bummer, right? Yeah, it really was. And darn it, I really wanted my bread. So if you're like me, we both know how amazing the keto diet is. But isn't it funny how we're willing to sacrifice our favorite foods, time with family, feeling sick, and nights out with friends just to keep the results all to ourselves? Just you in the mirror, or just like I was, jumping with joy in the kitchen at home with a glass of wine all to myself, not really enjoying life. Yeah, once again, that was me. However, it didn't end there. But don't get me wrong, keto is by far the best diet protocol out there. It just takes the right approach to stay motivated and achieve better results. And I'll tell you what I mean in a sec, but first, quickly back to the story. I started doing extensive research and talking with my keto buddies as to why these major cravings and headaches were occurring. I even tried to find a good reason for me to stop doing keto. But because the results for myself and many others has been by far the best, I couldn't help but continue, so I began my conquest to find the answer to my problems. I was hopeful, I was patient, this never happened to me, and the old me would have quit already. Could this be the magic of keto? Maybe. Then it slowly started to sink in. A small segment of the conversation Nicole and I had a few weeks back started to race through my mind. I remember her telling me about something she briefly mentioned that actually helped her. But I couldn't recall what it was, so I immediately decided to give her a quick ring. The phone began to ring again and again. I was anxiously waiting for her response. Just when I was about to end the call, she finally answered, and boy, was I happy.
Please click on the link below the video to watch the full content. If you are interested,